In this video, we'll take a look at plan regions. What to do if a window is above the floor plan cut line. Before we get started, let me explain what I mean by if a window is above the floor plan cut line. Sometimes you'll have a window or sometimes clear stories, which are nothing more than tall windows up high. In those instances and in other instances where the sill of the window is above the floor plan cut line, it won't show up in a floor plan. By definition, Revit creates a floor plan view by cutting the building at 4 feet off the level and removing everything above that and then looking straight down, similar to this. And then if you look straight down on it, this is how Revit creates the floor plan view that we look at when we go over to a floor plan. You can see how when the window sill was above that floor plan cut line, it doesn't show up like the door does. Well, Revit has allowed a way for us to create just that area to where we can see the window even if it is up high. Let's take a look. I'm going to recreate a wall so we can place a window in it. I'm going to make that window a little bit bigger so we can see it a little bit better. Actually, that's okay. That's the right one. And we'll go ahead and raise the sill of that window above that 4-foot cut line. What we did there was we raised the window up to 4'6". So therefore, we don't see it in the floor plan view. If you hover where it was, you can kind of see the blue lines indicating where it is. We know it's on the wall right here, but in the floor plan view, we don't see it. Revit has created a way to change the view range of just this area so we can tell Revit to cut the floor plan at a different height just in this area. The tool is called Plan Region. It is under the View tab under the Create panel and under the drop-down menu Plan Views. When you find it under Plan Views, it's called Plan Region, and you click on it and you go into sketch mode. Everything has turned gray. We can't affect or modify or select anything that's grayed out. And we will draw a boundary in a magenta line. I'm going to go ahead and use the rectangle tool, and I'm going to guess at where this window is. What this magenta line is saying or defining, it's defining an area where we can tell Revit inside this rectangle, instead of cutting the floor plan at 4 feet, like so, let's go ahead and cut that floor plan at 6 feet. Hit OK. Finish sketch mode with this green check here, and you can see that it now shows the window. If we highlight the window, we can see that the sill is at 4'6", and the plan region we define to cut the wall at 6 feet. So therefore we see the window here. We can further illustrate this example by changing the boundary of this plan region. If we go within the window, Revit tries to show the half that's within the new cut boundary line and not show the other half. If we change that boundary to not include any of the window, it disappears. And likewise, when we bring it back, it shows the window again. The other way, let's go ahead and delete that plan region. And so now we don't see that window. The other way we could tell Revit to show this window is by modifying the entire view, not just a portion of the view. If we zoom out, we see the whole wall, the entire length. And we can scroll down in the Properties dialog box until we get to View Range. And we'll discuss View Range later in the semester. But for now, when you open this dialog box, this controls the entire view. We're looking at the floor plan level 1, so we know that this is the one we're talking about. And we can change the cut plane here. And you can see now that we raised the floor plan up to 6 feet, the floor plan cut line to 6 feet, the window is shown. This isn't always a good idea in case there are other things on the floor plan you need to show cut at 4 feet. And that is how you create a floor plan region or change the view range.